We've received shocking news from a federal courthouse in New York. Brad Pitt made a surprise appearance with a secured metal box, rumored to hold crucial evidence that could disrupt Diddy Combs' case. Leonardo DiCaprio's location remains unknown. This trial is no ordinary criminal proceeding. The testimony and evidence from Brad Pitt presented during Diddy Combs' trial on the 18th day may leave you astonished. What did Brad bring that caused Diddy to lash out at his lawyer while DiCaprio's fate is still unclear? Brad entered a high-security courtroom without guards, holding a box that could dismantle Diddy's long-standing empire. He stated he aims to end Diddy's reign and help his friend. What's in the box? An audio recording from where Leo is said to be held? A video of an elite party? Or a list of silent victims? DiCaprio's mysterious disappearance has become Diddy's darkest fear. Unexpectedly, Brad Pitt, once a Hollywood titan with Leo, is now the one revealing Diddy's secrets. This trial has evolved into a fierce battle between truth and deception. Chaos surrounds the courthouse as Brad emerged just minutes ago, exuding determination while handing the suitcase to security. Sources say it could bring down Diddy. Witnesses noted Diddy lost control today, attacking his own attorney. The trial has transformed into a secretive battleground for the elite as it nears its fourth week with serious allegations against Diddy Combs. Testimonies have painted a disturbing picture of his criminal activities, surprising even seasoned reporters with today's developments. The courtroom doors opened and Brad Pitt entered, his expression serious. The crowd was silent, all eyes on him. Brad's name had been mentioned in the trial before. Mia, Diddy's former assistant, testified about witnessing Diddy assault Cassie at a 2012 film premiere. Today, however, Brad was there to testify. "I'm not here for myself," he stated firmly from the witness stand. "I'm here for my friend Leonardo DiCaprio, who disappeared over a month ago. I'm here to reveal the truth about Combs and to protect those harmed by him. I will not rest until justice is served and Leo is found." The courtroom buzzed with disbelief at the news of DiCaprio's disappearance amid Diddy's alleged involvement. Questions filled the air as Brad, unwavering, began telling a chilling tale. Over a month ago, DiCaprio seemed to vanish without a word. His family, friends, and Brad were alarmed, as Leo was not one to disappear. Brad shared his concerns in court. Leo was always organized, and when he missed their Malibu gathering, it raised alarms. Together with Leo's mother and sister, they searched everywhere: his New York apartment, Los Angeles home, and even his retreat in France, finding nothing. His phone was dead, and social media was quiet. The police investigation yielded little hope until one night an unmarked package arrived at Brad's home containing a USB drive. Hesitant, he plugged it into his computer, revealing a disturbing video. DiCaprio bound in a dim room, injured and threatened. A voice demanded $10 million in 48 hours, warning that contacting the police would mean death. The video ended with Leo struggling but showing a glimmer of hope in his eyes. Despite the threat, Brad's first instinct was to call the police, but just then, an unknown number called. Trusting his gut, he answered and heard Leo's faint, urgent voice asking for help. "They aim to eliminate me and my family. A purge is in the works. Anyone with knowledge will be silenced. Safeguard my mom and sister. I possess evidence of Diddy's crimes, stored in a steel box in my former Topanga Canyon home. Be cautious, Brad. Diddy and his associates are clever. If you're not careful, they'll take you down as well." The call ended abruptly. Without delay, Brad took Leo's mother and sister to his fortified Los Angeles mansion. That night, he drove to Leo's old home in Topanga Canyon, a secluded retreat from Hollywood. In the damp basement, he discovered a hidden electrical cabinet with a fingerprint-locked steel box. Fortunately, Leo had once shared the code during a drunken night. When he opened it, what he found horrified him, causing him to vomit from shock. Brad told the court that despite starring in many thrillers, nothing prepared him for this reality. He recounted a painful mistake. After receiving the video from Leo, he contacted the police. That night, a fake officer told him to mail the USB near a park for safety. The caller warned that public exposure of Diddy would result in immediate death at his faction's hands. Out of fear and trust in the caller, Brad complied, later discovering no progress had been made in Leo's case. Tears filled Brad's eyes as he realized he had been misled. The caller might have been one of Diddy's operatives. Fortunately, Leo advised him to back everything up, so he kept another copy hidden behind his fireplace. Today, he brought it to ensure justice. In court, Brad, though shaky, remained determined as the prosecutor asked about the steel box contents. He handed over a backup hard drive he'd kept secure in his hidden safe. As the court displayed the files on a large screen, silence fell. Leonardo DiCaprio's evidence revealed an extensive criminal network. The first file played audio of a 12-minute recording that captured Diddy discussing a purge with a CEO, a politician, and a gang leader during a secret meeting in 2020. Diddy stated that to keep the empire intact, anyone who spoke must die. I've dealt with 3 others, including that actor you know. He hinted at a famous Hollywood star whose 2018 plane crash death was rumored to involve Diddy. The audio came with footage from a hidden camera Leo set up in the meeting room. It showed Diddy reading a list of 12 names, designating Leonardo DiCaprio as a key target. One chilling moment paused the courtroom, where Diddy instructed a henchman to silence witnesses. His menacing smile about teaching Hollywood a lesson unsettled the jury. Next was an 8-minute video Leo recorded during a secret party in a Paris wine cellar in 2021. Starting with Diddy leading a masked crowd in a ritual called the sacrifice ceremony. A young woman tied to a stone table was surrounded by red candles. Diddy, dressed in black, declared her a gift for the empire's immortality. Accompanying the video was Leo's journal found in a steel box, documenting his guilt and fear from witnessing the ceremony. A 2020 entry read, "I tried to distance myself from Diddy, but he knows too much. He has footage of me at one of his parties. If I speak out, he'll go after my family. I've gathered this evidence to make amends, but I'm unsure I'll survive long enough to expose it." The third file was Project Babylon, a 200-page encrypted document on a global trafficking network run by Diddy since 2005. It detailed slave contracts with women from Eastern Europe, Africa, and South America, promising careers in the U.S., but instead sending them to Diddy's abusive parties. A chart showed over 100 victims transported via private jets to 12 secret locations globally, including safe houses in the Caribbean, Dubai, and Southeast Asia. A note from Diddy outlined breaking their will through drugs and threats. There were records of gifts, cash, and properties sent to influential figures to cover up the crimes. A satellite image of Diddy's private island displayed a section labeled the Glass Cage, a prison-like facility for victims. A chilling line in the document stated, "After use, take them to the furnace, leave no trace." Gasps filled the courtroom with every video and document revealed, leaving some jurors unable to watch. Diddy's daughter, in tears, left the gallery, as she couldn't watch the distressing footage of her father. Diddy, at the defendant's table, kept his head down but showed signs of anger and potential vengeance. When the judge questioned Brad about the evidence, he explained Leo's lengthy story of gathering it over the years. Brad mentioned his previous closeness to Diddy but recognized the danger he posed. Leo had carefully saved everything for protection and guided Brad to the evidence during their last conversation. Brad's voice faltered as he revealed that Leo had been missing for more than a month. He believed Leo contacted him when his captors weren't watching, urging him to protect his family and bring the truth to light. Brad spoke for hours, but the most emotional moment came when he addressed the judge directly, asking for help in finding his missing friend. Leo might be imprisoned or tortured, having risked everything for this evidence that could save many victims. He feared for Leo's safety with each passing second and pleaded for police assistance. The courtroom was silent, with several jurors crying. The judge, serious, promised to urge an urgent search for Leonardo DiCaprio. To support the case, the prosecutor introduced earlier testimony from Adam Sandler, another victim, who detailed how Diddy psychologically manipulated him, threatening him with hidden recordings. Sandler described feeling trapped and indebted to Diddy, which reinforced the idea that Diddy could have orchestrated Leo's abduction. Additionally, Sandler presented security footage from Diddy's cloud account showing Diddy instructing a group to handle a non-compliant person. This combined evidence depicted a complex criminal operation where Diddy exploited and extorted individuals. Diddy's defense attorney, Mark Agnifo, sharply countered, claiming that Brad's evidence was unreliable and possibly fabricated. With a mocking tone, Agnifo suggested that Brad, being an actor, might be part of a scheme to frame Diddy. They criticized Pitt for bringing explosive evidence to court instead of notifying the police first. Why would a respected figure like him risk his reputation to share an unverified story? Is he seeking attention or part of a conspiracy? Agnifilo's sharp comments initially influenced the jury, but doubts faded when prosecutor Marin Comey presented verified evidence. The authenticated videos, documents, and audio revealed not just Leo's murder by Diddy, but also a long-standing criminal operation involving sexual abuse, extortion, and money laundering. Diddy remained composed during the trial, but brief moments of panic were visible when a recording of his conversation with his mother played. He clenched his hands tightly, revealing his emotional turmoil. Some noticed him whispering to his lawyer, though they couldn't hear what he said. These subtle actions hinted at cracks in Diddy's carefully maintained image. Pitt's testimony is crucial. It serves as a wake-up call against Hollywood's facade. As a major star, he risks little in terms of fame, but chooses to reveal the truth, despite potential personal consequences. This act of bravery highlights that even those at the top can advocate for justice at great cost. The case raises important questions about power in the entertainment industry. Where do we draw the line between influence and exploitation? What responsibility do we have as consumers who may have enabled wrongdoing by idolizing stars? This trial transcends legal issues, offering lessons in courage and accountability. Pitt's testimony shows that fighting for painful truths is essential, but justice requires individuals willing to confront risks for the greater good. Despite his fame, Brad Pitt is still human, and his choice illustrates that anyone can instigate change if they take action. This situation serves as a call to action for everyone. In a world where power often leads to manipulation, we must all question, seek the truth, and protect the vulnerable. Those on Diddy's silence list may find hope in this story, inspired by Pitt's courage to speak out for justice. However, pursuing the truth comes with significant risks. Leo's family, dealing with fear and loss, might find some hope in this trial. But they also bear wounds that may never heal. Those who enabled Diddy, from bribed officials to silent celebrities, now face public scrutiny and their own guilt. While justice may alleviate some pain, it cannot erase past harm. However, it can initiate healing and prevent future wrongdoings. When Brad Pitt left the witness stand, he was just a man risking everything for his friend, Leonardo DiCaprio, and the truth. The story isn't over. Leo is still missing, and each moment could mean more suffering for him. Pitt's testimony has shaken Hollywood, but will it lead to Diddy's downfall? Who else will stand up against the looming power? We are at a pivotal point. Will justice win, or will wealth and influence silence the truth again? Will Leo be found in time? And as you watch, will you choose silence or speak out? To follow this investigation and stay updated, subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support is vital for uncovering dark stories like this. In our next video, we'll explore Diddy's blacklist and the secrets yet to be revealed. Don't miss it. The truth waits for no one.